Hey there, Andrea, pharmacist. Okay, this morning, my sister, the RN, the nurse, sends me this video to my brother and I. And there's like a little news clip. It's from Instagram. I'm not on there. But she sends me all kinds of stuff. There's a newsreel talking about how an oncologist in Michigan was just sentenced to 45 years because he was telling patients they had cancer, putting them through chemotherapy for profit. Now, I did not know this was a thing. There were 552 or 53, 550 some patients that never had cancer. That he told them that they did have cancer, scared the crap out of them, so they would do the chemotherapy, and he profited $17 million. And at the sentencing, he was even weeping and saying he was sorry. He was just very greedy. So how is it? I remember when the drug reps used to come by the pharmacies and the doctor's offices and bring us food, meals, wine and dine the doctors, gifts, and then there came a point, it was either late 1990s or early 2000, they were not allowed to do that anymore. So how in the heck is a doctor profiting $17 million? Just think of the corruption, the temptation. Even with the person that, and this is because my husband, I've done a cancer video. He had a cancerous, twice, a tumor removed, one in 2015, and then just last year, he became septic, the same cancerous cells. I'm never going to say he had cancer because we're not supposed to say that. Don't claim it. God told me that. But he had this baseball-sized tumor that came through his intestinal wall, and they removed it, and then they've re-scanned him ever since, and they were coming up clear, his scans. Now, I know this happens. Think of the temptation if a doctor is getting financial incentive or commission or something. I don't even know what you call it. I've had so many people that say, well, the cancer hadn't spread, but I did chemo because they told me it's just to be safe, just in case. Well, luckily my husband had an honest doctor. When his scan came up normal after having this tumor removed, we consulted with the Mayo Clinic oncologist because that's where his original cancer was removed. I just said it. The cancerous tumor that was there that they caused. Anyway, they said there's really no need for chemo because there's no cancer there to treat with chemo. Now that's an honest doctor. But let's say you are seeing a doctor that has incentive. This doctor got $17 million profit from all these patients. What if you have a doctor that says, just in case, let's do the chemo? Did you know they were getting paid? So much room for corruption. Now, let's wait and see what happens to these doctors that we know they were profiting off of this, and they knew that drug that starts with an R was wrong. Just like I knew the shots were wrong. So I would not do it, and I got fired. That's in my shots video. But all these doctors, and my sister was in the hospital during that. The doctors all knew that that drug that starts with an R that was being given to patients in the hospital, that they were going to die. They would say, she said one doctor is getting ready to intubate the person because they had been on the R, and of course then they intubate them and then they passed away. A few people got off of the ventilators, but not really. He said, well, thanks to F, the doctor that starts with an F, this goes on YouTube, so I don't even know if I can say that guy's name. You know, the little squirrely guy. But he was still doing it. He knew it was wrong. He knew this person wasn't. Do you see what I'm saying? And I don't know. There's such gray areas. If you're medical, I get it. You try to dodge the bullet of trying to stay ethical, but during that whole thing, it was almost impossible. So I'm just glad I'm out of there. But I don't have a paycheck. But I'm not working for evil. So anyway, I just wanted you to know about this doctor in Michigan and think of all the ways that there's a temptation to be evil, corrupt. And my sister also said that she and the other nurses knew, they had intuition and they had a feeling that the oncologists were being reimbursed somehow. And I don't know. She said we all used to talk about it, but we couldn't prove it. And then she sent me that newsreel because it basically proves that there is some sort of financial incentive to get you on chemotherapy. So just want you to be aware of that, and that don't let fear guide you. Do research. I've seen many videos where people that were coming up with the option of like, do I do chemo? And they did research, and it's like you could live a week longer with your loved ones. I mean, it's like they're so toxic. I don't know. Everybody has to make their own decision, but I just don't let somebody scare you into it because there could be ulterior motives. So anyway, I just wanted to fill you in on that because I had no idea. I didn't know that was a thing. So anyway, that's my spiel.